What's up, Extra Better listeners? On today's episode, we are moving into episode 2 of the series of movies with one-word titles, moving from animated Pixar's Cars in 2006 to Dunkirk, based on a true story war movie, war action from 2017. This is episode 50, which is crazy. Appreciate everybody that's been here from the jump and anybody that's joining now. But episode 50, Dunkirk, starring Cillian Murphy, Tom Hardy, directed by Christopher Nolan. We've got a banger for you today. Interested to see who all has seen this movie and who hasn't, and your thoughts on it. We dive into that a little bit more. We revisit a topic that has stayed relevant for 3 weeks now in the movie The Artist, one of the most, I don't want to say controversial, but conversational or hot button topic movie rankings that we've ever done of all time. Who would have thought that black and white silent film would cause such a ruckus? But The Artist makes its way back into a third week straight. So talk a little bit about that. We've got a little bit about the Big Ten basketball Midwest Conference, including Oregon and UCLA and USC, but we won't talk about that. But the Big Ten delivering in March here in college basketball. Talk about Hamnet. Critter finally was the first person to see the movie of the best lead actress that swept the world, really, in awards this year for best leading actress with Jessie Buckley. And Hamnet, talk a little bit about One Piece live action. We've got some gears to grind. We've got some Oscars to give, as always. So enjoy the front half of the episode. We talk about it not going very long, but it always does before we get into the movie. And guys, as always, find us on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcast, and Amazon Music. Drop us a follow on Instagram and X, the Everything app. Everything happens on X, as well as TikTok for clips, posts, upcoming movies, upcoming ideas that we might have. Get a sneak peek at the wheel. See what else we might be able to land on instead of finding out on Monday what movie we'll be talking about that upcoming Friday. So we love you. We care about you. Enjoy the episode. Critter, roll the tape.
Extra, extra butter on the corn for me. Extra, extra butter. I hope they don't charge a fee. But it won't matter anyway. I got a good movie to play. I'm gonna ask my friends to stay extra butter for me.
This is episode 50. 50 cent, $half, half century. Kind of crazy. I didn't realize that until I typed it in, but episode 50.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it is nuts. And there's the unreleased episodes that we always say we're going to release that have never been released.
The vault.
The actual number in our internal chats would be episode 54, but released episodes, episode 50. Yeah, kind of crazy.
One that got lost to another.
Yeah, I guess that's true too. I think we skipped 3 or 4. I don't even fucking remember, but we did skip it, so we counted it as an episode. The gang's all here. We've got a challenge flag thrown on the play last week for the Letterboxd rating of the movie The Artist. Geese is welcomed into the conversation. I think Trav, Crit, and I had good conversation about this last week. So I would like to let you two have the floor. I will contribute when necessary, but Trav, I think you need to kind of set the stage here for Geese.
I'm curious.
I will give you guys credit, and I would probably be more a little bit on board if I was sitting on a podcast for 2 hours talking about the movie. But at the end of the day, we can't be giving that movie a 4. We can't be giving that movie a 4. End of the day. It's a good movie. Not that good.
That it?
That was just a lot pulled back, I feel like, from what we got.
I need to hear Geese first. I think that's the main thing. I already talked about it on the podcast.
I think I can speak for Geese here, and my question would be, why? Like, you just said it was a good movie, not a 4. Why?
And then in your clip, you said every other movie we've watched is better than that, but we've had bad movies, and you said that was a good movie. So I I want your reasoning or
the
opinion.
point of me saying it's a good movie is that it won awards and should be a good movie. Where I'm coming with my rating is I didn't like it, and I'm very surprised you guys liked it that much.
I mean, I have an appreciation for art, Trav. I mean,
Wasn't that great art?
to come out with a silent film in 2011 and then a win awards, I can't. You can't say it wasn't good art. It's your personal opinion. I get that. I'm not sitting here. I'm not sitting here gonna try to convince you, but you also can't say that against me where I enjoyed it, especially for a silent film that I thought I was gonna hate. And while I was thinking about this conversation, I was like, well, it's kind of like if you're blind or if you're deaf, like one of your senses is gone and your other senses get heightened during the artist because there is no dialogue. Like I'm looking deeper into it for facial expressions, how, the acting portions of that, character interactions. Like I felt more like not critical, but I was paying more attention to it all because of the lack of dialogue. And for me to enjoy the movie without that is a good movie. And I've said before on this pod that if it was a good movie, I'm giving it a 4. And we've been talking about revising that. I'm totally on board. So to your point, I agree. It probably isn't a 4, but 3.5, 3, I feel like that's where it would naturally fall.
That's where my shock value came from, is the 4, because we had talked about like the ranking system being a little more. Let's narrow it down to that 2.5 baseline. Like I feel like we'd be way closer, even though we have 4 different opinions on it. We'd be way closer to the 2.5 than as a group calling it a 3.5 or a 4. That's where I was shocked. I don't care if anybody liked or disliked the movie. I was sticker shocked at a 4. And don't get me wrong, I can understand when you can look at all the pieces of it and go, well, that's where I can see it's a good movie. I personally could not pay attention to it. It wasn't that hard to follow because you have to pay attention,
right? Don't
get me wrong. And I think it's a cliche to call it art because they're going back to whatever. This is 2026 or whatever. What year did it come out? We're in the 2010s. I need more stimulation. That's my point.
Where he got me, Geese, and I think this is where, and that's when I started just cracking up and like laughing because I was like, how did I get to the point where I was like 4? Because if I had to re-rate it, it would be, and I think we should edit it. I think we should go in and edit it.
Nope. Set in stone. We can talk about it here, but I mean,
the score would change by his score.
But he wasn't.
But he's here now.
He's here now, but he wasn't there for the pod.
That movie on my scale, because your point is like, I'm pretending to be, deaf, or I'm trying to get in if I'm, losing the senses. If we walked into
that's not what I was saying at all. Just
if we walked into a screen unseen, and that was the movie, it would have been a 0, like close to 0 for me. I wouldn't have finished different. Yeah. We got to where we got to, in my opinion, because we knew going into it, it was silent film, black and white, and like that took a layer off of. You knew what you were walking into. If we went to see that and somebody's like, "Oh, let's go see this movie," you didn't know what it was, and you went and watched it, you'd be like, at least for me, maybe not you, but I'd be like, dude, what in the world?
I agree with you because
never watched this movie.
The precursor of saying
you'd have to apply that logic to every movie we watch, though.
The podcast before,
but we do that in screen unseen, is what I'm saying.
We knew,
right? But it wasn't a screen unseen. Right. So my point being is that.
That's how I think
I would probably agree with you that my ranking would be lower if it was a screen unseen. But I'm not going to let that affect my rating now.
Yeah.
Just because it could have been.
Yeah. I agree.
I would definitely probably reduce it. I will agree to that point. Not by much. But in terms of editing, like old videos and everything, it's like that's the discussion. I mean, it almost is like, let's say we all had super different opinions. Like, I'm going to try to convince you, not like super hard, but like I'm going to try to be persuasive of why I felt this way, and that will affect the rating at the end of the day. I think what we could do is a rating before the pod and a rating after the pod, because no matter what, when you start talking about it, it's going to influence your, your final choice.
Here's my argument. Let me add another argument to this. If you leave it a 4, you're gonna have to compare this to every other 4 that we give.
Right.
And I just don't think it's there. And that's why I think it's fair to update rankings.
I will stand on the hill of my 4 that I gave it that day. I would not give it that again. But in the moment, that is how I felt. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I can change the letterbox review. I mean,
you can edit the review, but the score would only change if, like, based on Trav's stars. Like, my 4 stands as a 4.
I don't remember. Did I say one in the pod last week? I don't remember if I did or not. Like, solidified score.
I think you were at it 2.
I would say 2.
I think you were at it.
Yeah, I think it was a 2.
So if you want to redo it, average your 3.5 or 3 from crit. Was it 3 or 3.5?
3.5, 4, 4.
4, 4, 2.
2.
That would be fair.
And then round up. But we don't need to.
It was like a 3, and then
we don't need to edit your guys's. We don't need to edit your guys' scores that input it in there.
Yeah,
no, I'll change it on letterbox. 3. It would be a 3, which
that's fair.
Fair enough.
I think I was high.
Even if we came down a little bit,
I was high
it would still be in that 3 range, I think.
The movie.
I was high.
Yeah, we talked ourselves, and I think, and like that's why I want to listen to the pod, because I feel like, because Trav brought up the point too that we had talked about, Geese, of if it would have added sound 30 minutes in, like how we talked about how it could have been better.
Right.
I think that's what started to get us to where we got to.
But it didn't have it.
And the precursors, like we knew it was a silent movie for what we watched, for knowing what we were walking into, actually enjoyed it. That's how we got to 4.
I think it had a potential to be a 4, and that's where you're saying you guys hyped yourself up to get there.
Yeah.
Because of the things it could have had.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. It's an interesting one. Most controversial review or movie we watched.
That's when we put a group effort towards a review, and I get I wasn't there, so it's totally fair that you guys threw that up there. But like having an average score between the 4 of us is the most sensical way to do it, because then we're finding the average. Because I guarantee there's people out there that go, "Oh my god, that's my favorite movie. That's a 4.5. What are you talking about?" And I'd be like, "Hey, that's what you like." But there's a lot of aspects that just does not do it for me.
Well, and to your point earlier, and like this is where it differs to Geese's point, is like it wasn't a screen unseen. It wasn't a movie I went and saw.
We knew it was a silent film.
Yes. So like but to your point, when I look at my letterbox and I see Predator Badlands at a 4.5, and I see Artist, which I don't think I put it in there on mine.
You didn't.
But I put Artist in there as a 4. I'm like, not even close.
No, that's my argument. That's where I was so sticker shock.
I feel both sides, because I think our conversation, our Artist podcast was good. It was fun. Like we got there because of a reason. Like we talked a lot about it. But the point of comparing my other 4s, I would be like, yeah, this movie is nowhere near. But every genre, every movie is different. Like 1 4 in drama, you can't compare to a 4 in comedy.
For sure.
So it's like,
for silent films, I don't have much of a list.
Yeah.
You know? It's number 1.
I think that's a good way to do it. That's a good way to do it, Brendan, is separate it through category, because
if you compare Badlands to this movie, it's like,
you
really I'm going to like that movie more. But
you can compare scores.
Yes.
Overall scores. That's at the end of the day, it is what it is. What was it out of 5 stars?
Yeah. That's why I try to do it immediately, so I don't do this, and I'm like, fuck, I would have given that 2.5.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we did talk about it last pod. Is like, I get why you guys got there. That's not the issue. You know what I mean? It's just like it just was not a 4. That's where I just wasn't there with it. This could have been a little more contentious, but I think we're a little more educated to get to the point where we should be when it comes to movies. Because the whole point we're doing this podcast is to like say, hey, we are just regular people watching movies, reviewing them. We're not critics. You know what I mean? Like we could put the critics' lenses on and just
we could get super deep into it and look up all the fucking background shit.
But that's kind of what we talked about last week. Is like I felt like maybe we did do that, but I don't think we did. We
we roasted it quite a bit.
That's what I was saying.
And at the beginning, we kind of did, and then we gradually talked it out, and well, here we are.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting.
I still think like Artist 2 out of that list. I don't know. I think that was a Geese. Yeah, Geese ranking. Spotlight was 3, Artist 2. Hurt Locker's 1, which is I don't mind that, but
it's a closer list than a lot of other lists that we've had. I will say that.
What's the most different? Like I had Birdman.
Yeah, we were all over the board.
Yeah.
Birdman was 1 for Brendan.
We're all pretty spot on. That one was nowhere. Nobody's list was even close.
Birdman's a movie. Not to like get off, but like Birdman's one of those movies. Now after just saying Birdman and think about the movie again, that movie was pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
You know, like it's got a good aftertaste.
You know what's also funny? Like thinking about it is like I put Birdman 1, and I'm pretty sure I gave Birdman like a 3 or 3.5, and I gave Artist a 4. So it's also I think that goes to show the genre difference too.
Mm-hmm. Or just what movie you personally liked better. You could obviously give something a better score, but you go, you know what, I just like that movie better.
Oh, and I'm not thinking about genre when I rank either, but
and you could like a worse movie, more than a better ranked movie.
Yeah, true.
That's true too.
Yeah. Wow. The universe. What a concept.
What a concept.
What a freaking
I feel like in all of these movies, it's going to be me
today.
It might be Geese and I might be on the same boat for genre or whatever, and you and or Brendan and Trav might be on the same boat. So it's a good mix here because I think
I'm excited.
Geese and I are on the same boat a lot of times.
I'm excited for our battle wheel, Brendan and I versus you two, and I want to put movies against movies and just fight to the death.
What was the premise on that? Like, just
it was.
I think that needs to be
2000.
Post 2000.
I think I think it was a would you rather topic we talked about.
Yeah,
we need to solidify that and go to war.
Yep, because if we bring 2 movies to the pod where we each watch both movies, Brendan and I have a movie, you guys have a movie, and we just duke it out. Why do we think our movie's better? Than your guys. I think that concept could. We're probably pushing 3 hours, 4 hours on those pods.
There's going to be like a silent group chat for 12 hours.
Yeah. No, during the pod.
We also need to make sure we do it when Trav doesn't have to work and we're not traveling. Yeah, we have to make sure it's a 4-week stretch.
List. It's right in your category, pal.
That's one that all 4 of us have to be live for 4 weeks.
Should do a live pod for that.
What was it? You guys were pre-2000s. We were post.
Up till like 2025.
2025.
No cap.
Right. It's like you guys have 25 years worth. We have 100.
Infinite.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, but good luck convincing the 1930s movies.
I don't think I want to go that. I don't think I want to go that far. Yeah.
You make me watch another silent movie. You're cooked.
The movies in 2011, man. That's all you.
The funniest thing he said last week too, Geese, was he's like, I'm not in 1930, and I just started laughing. I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's
kind of the point.
We did say that at the beginning. Like, I don't know how this movie, like, I said it was it was a direct contradiction of what the movie was about, giving it an Oscar in 2011 because the movie was progressing to talking in color, whatever, and then came out 80 years later, and we gave it the best picture, and then I gave it a 4. So I don't know. Like I said, that's the one I will need to listen to because this debate might not be over because if I listen to that pod, I might come back next week and be like, all right, brother, this is why we got there. But no, that's a fun one. That pod will probably never die. That topic, maybe not the pod, but the actual topic of the artist
will never.
It could be 2 months from now and somebody comes back like, you know what?
Let me tell you what. You're going to give that a 4.
About that Jack Russell Terrier? God damn it. That dog deserves an Oscar alone. Well,
that could be a good category.
We can,
sidekick dogs.
I think dog movies in general. We talked about that last week. Like dog movies would be good.
I need Battle Pod. I need Battle Pod, and I need it next month.
Pod. We'd have to promote the shit out of that.
Yeah,
Battle Pods. I need my picture on the same side as Trav's though. Right now we're diagonal.
You can move it.
I'd want to be on his side.
Yeah.
You're muted. And you're muted.
So, new tech. It's the right side on my screen. Brennan and Trav, me and Geese. So I can do whatever I want.
You can just move it yourself.
Note to Geese.
Correct. New tech.
Note to Geese moving forward. Just start to make montages or timestamps of Chris talking while muted. Because
I did.
It's
I
literally
literally just
hour
did.
By the end
I
of the
did
year.
do that.
He's changed the way he used himself last
tough.
week.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a montage. It's just gonna be Chris. You're muted.
Hey, you know what we should do too? We should mouth over what he's trying to say.
At the same time, I have a dog which is now sleeping, but normally he's squeaking and I'm looking up stuff for you guys. So I'm trying to mute myself while I'm clicking and typing.
Hey, we didn't ask for excuses.
Shit.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
We could just
self-inflicted,
or we just don't say anything. Just try to respond to what you think he might have said.
Right.
Yeah.
And
see how long you can keep it going. We'll track it.
Yeah, I totally agree. What I was going to say there was
that's such a good point.
What did you say about the artist?
I was standing right next to him. Yeah, the artist. That is a when we do.
Sounds like a pod staple.
When we do the year
like
review this year, this maybe not the pod itself, but the movie is going to probably be making some lists. I mean, we got a long year, but that's an early favorite to make some lists on favorite or whatever awards we want to start to give out or make up new ones. Controversial, most talked about artist is going to be in the conversation. So, moving forward, quick note. Still March, Big Ten basketball. People have been shitting on it. They haven't won a title since 2000. I get it. We have an opportunity as Midwestern folks, whom none of us went to a Big Ten school, but pull for the Big Ten. There's literally, it's a very small % chance, but there could be an all Big Ten Final Four.
That'd be crazy.
Now, that would mean that Purdue would have to beat Arizona, which is very unlikely.
Yeah.
But, on paper,
It's
the
possible.
Big Ten after today could have 5 of the 8 Elite 8 teams and all Final Four spots. So, Michigan and Michigan State have to win today. And Michigan's currently losing 49-47 to Alabama. And Michigan State plays next against UConn, so some tough games. But there's a world where there's 5 Big Ten teams in the Elite 8 and all 4 are Big Ten schools. Now, I think it's a 0.0000, however many zeros you want to put, 1 for Purdue beating Arizona. That team is an absolute wagon. But the fact that it's even a possibility would be the Midwestern folk would be just ruthless. Scorched earth, Big Ten, Big Ten everything. I still think top to bottom in every sport, best conference in the country. Across every sport, we compete in everything. The sports people don't watch or care about, we're competing.
Big Ten.
So Big Ten basketball. Shout out the Illini. First Illini team to battle against a team that tried to bully him. And the Illini will take on Herky in the Elite Eight. So, Crit, you had a movie last week that you mentioned you wanted to save for Friday. Would love to hear more about that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No, I watched Hamnet.
Wow.
Yeah, out of left field.
Highly recommend. Well, Lindsay she's like, I'm going to read a book tonight. And I was like, okay, go ahead. Next thing you know, she is locked in.
Really?
Because it's Shakespeare related, and she's got a whole book that her dad gave her of Shakespeare's greatest works, whether they're Shakespeare's or not. But yeah, no, I recommend it to all you guys to watch it. I mean, I can't remember her name, Jessie, Julie, whatever her name was, that won Best Actress. Yeah, phenomenal. It's not like a full documentary, which also makes it kind of nice. Like it's not like, oh yeah, William's a shitbag or Anne's a liar. Well, actually, I think there's arguments on whether her name was Agnes or Anne. So it's a lot of fan fiction that you can have with that too. But
what is the movie about?
Shakespeare and his wife and his family, and
it's not a Shakespeare like play; it's his actual life.
His life, and then he goes to London to actually become who he became.
Okay.
And it's kind of like in that middle ground where it's like he's having a family, but he's also going to London to have a whole career family and all that. Well, they don't add that part in. But again, like if you know that part, I mean, it was in the 1500s.
I didn't even
who
know.
Actually knows that.
1500s did that.
Yeah. Yeah. Like who actually knows that?
Is that actually real? Is that what is that? Did he have another family?
No, I don't. I thought that's what you were.
No, I was just saying,
yeah.
like
Pixar
because it is that time period. That's probably what he did, and then
Pixar didn't have.
You can,
yeah, it's possible.
You confirmed it, and I was just like, oh, was I right?
No, yeah. No, I think it's about his family and Staten. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, it's the 1500s as he's coming up, trying to figure things out. Decides to go to London.
How long?
As a family with 2 hours, maybe 2 hours and 15 minutes. But yeah, I would recommend it. I mean, it even back in grade school or high school, I can't remember when, but you could. I think we had to like build Shakespeare's theater essentially, or we were given pictures of what Shakespeare's theater looked like, and it kind of brought that to life. So
I always loved the
highly recommend it. Yeah.
Romeo and Juliet.
It's just crazy how that theater, like they had a pit, they had the suites for all the highfalutin folk, and
also
it was like literally 10 minutes.
The Leo DiCaprio Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Fire movie.
I'll say this. That description could not want to watch it less. But because
that's fine.
Not your description, like not your opinion of the movie, like that's what I thought it might be about, and it just doesn't interest me. But those movies have surprised me before, and the fact that it did so well and she cleaned house, like I need to watch it, but that reconfirms why I didn't seek it out the first time.
So I fall guilty to that too. I fall guilty
is Shakespeare
to
the main character? Crit?
No, wasn't
Who's
she
the main character?
Actress? That's what she won it for, right?
Hamnet,
lead actress.
Yeah, she won lead actress.
Yeah, so like she's the lead actress. Like he's. Yeah, I would not call him.
What is her character?
He's a supporting actor. Her character is Agnes. which if you look him up, I'm pretty sure her father calls her Anne. Or no, she's referred to as Anne in all of the Shakespeare stuff, but her father refers to as Agnes. And that's why she called her Agnes. Like you can get lost in the Shakespeare.
I'm reading it
lore.
now. That's why I was curious. Because I was like, well, the movie
guys like Brennan and I off from that movie.
Yeah, but like the movie's called Hamnet, and Hamnet died at 11. I was just like, is that the main character's name?
Hey, that's middle age back
she
then.
ain't
right?
fucking 11. Like,
middle age. That's middle age back then.
Reed AI was like,
we watched.
It was like, his brother died in infancy. His other brother died in infancy. His
11
his sister died at 8.
11 is like 37 though back then.
Yeah, no, it's not like it's not even like a full documentary.
Inflate the ages there because 11 is probably pushing 40.
Yeah, they had in total in that movie they had 2 girls and 1 boy.
I thought you were going to say something else about one. 2 girls and
seen
1
that
boy.
movie?
Yeah. Oh. Don't wish that upon anybody to have to watch that. Well, good.
Watch the movie, folks.
I definitely have to watch it. I just don't want to. Like, this is completely honest. Like, no.
I mean, go into it like you did The Artist. See if it comes out of 4.
I would. If I watched it, it would be an intentional, like, I just have to watch this.
Do I have to have the sound off or?
Sure. At least it's a colored movie.
There's a new one coming out with Margot Robbie that's similar setting. It might be out. I don't know what it's called, but it's similar setting, and like people rave about it, and I just look at it, and there's just no way I'd ever go watch it.
I feel you.
You know, it's just unless the wheel talked to me and I had to.
It's not a dude movie, you know. Like that's what I'm Dunkirk, war in.
I don't want to reopen Pandora's box, but like you just said, it's not a guy movie. Made me think of Cars in the deep dive we did on Income. And I thought about this last week and I didn't bring it up, but the one Cars is like, this is just, I believe, sales on the movie, not merch and all the stuff we talked about. So I don't even know how I came across it.
Numbers without me?
We talked numbers.
Did you account for inflation?
We did.
Yeah. Crit, you need to like, I'm all about the inflation, dude. All about it.
Can I finish? Please, can I finish?
Yeah. Yeah, you can finish.
Okay, I'm finished. No, I didn't say it last week. Should have brought it up because I thought this one would do it. This one is number 1 by a absolute landslide. Not even close. This is strictly box office, like movie sales. And again, inflation. Cars is 2006. I think the first one of these was, I don't know the date, but they're still making them. There's a new one coming out. So that definitely matters. But Despicable Me and Minions.
Oh, yeah.
Is,
I can't believe we didn't say it.
I knew it last week, and I'm like, you know what? This might be stupid, but I think it's pretty big. I mean, Joker had Minion Crocs on at the press conference like 2 days ago.
After he dropped a triple-double, just chilling in Crocs. Yep.
I saw a Reddit post because all the guys know I get these movie things from Reddit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It was a animated movie chart of all time, and Cars was like 10, and Minions was like, I mean, blew everybody out of the wall. Not even remotely close.
Halloween costumes,
dude. It's not
big
even
hit. Cars, you can't do that.
Oh yeah.
It is not even close. Minions and Despicable Me have scorched the earth in animated movies. Like the new movie coming out is called Minions and Monsters. Like they took
Despicable Me. Actually does look good.
It's crazy because they took Despicable Me, and I don't. Again, this is a total side plot here, side quest of our actual podcast. They took Despicable Me, which was great. They made 3 of them, and then they just said, "You know what? How about these little yellow guys that don't speak English? Kids love them. That's our new plot. It's just the Minions. They do not speak any sort of coherent. Like when you're watching it, you can guess. You
It is a real language, though.
like a human race.
Not like a human race language, but they brought someone in to make a language
Right.
for them.
So it's not real.
It does have meaning and everything. Like there's a translation to it.
That makes sense. But you're not gonna get it.
No, absolutely not. It's just not like gibberish.
It is, I mean, monumental bigger than everything else.
That's
not
crazy.
even. Not. I bet it's bigger than Star Wars.
Do you think?
I
do you think that's because of modern like the modern setting of it being able to just blow up marketing, blow up everything, and just
It helps.
kids are going to.
I don't think it matters. I might be missing your point here, but I don't think it matters when it came out. Like if you came out with the Minions back in the 90s, like I feel like they're as big, if not bigger, a hit.
They wouldn't be able to
promote
promote it as much.
That's my point. Like social media, everybody being on the internet, everybody having access to it.
True.
I don't know, dude. I have the only like mascot I have a picture with in my phone is with a minion. Like I love the Minions. Love them.
I don't know who doesn't.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
dude. They are.
Find someone who doesn't like Minions.
I would put it up there with Star Wars. Based on the numbers we saw last week, I would put the Minions they might be number one. That brand is so.
Are we talking overall revenue?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine.
It is massive.
Maybe not overall revenue.
Bro, I swear I saw.
Someone's got pulled up.
If it's over cars.
Trev, I saw the graphic. It was like Cars is like 2.4 billion, like which we saw.
No, Minions, we said 21 billion.
No, I'm talking
just
movie.
Just movie.
Minions was at like 50. Not merch, not anything else. It was just the movies, dude. It was unbelievable. I think it's global.
Oh yeah.
I think Minions are everywhere. I think Minions are king. They are king. Because total for Star Wars was like 80 plus, 70, 80 million. I think the Minions in the theater.
You gotta know.
I think the Minions was in theaters at 50. If it's 10, I missed the graphic. But what are we looking at here?
Okay. Head-to-head is what we're looking at there.
No, I'm trying to pull up how much Minions made versus Star Wars and just the box office alone.
Minions, biggest animated franchise ever. Star Wars, one of the biggest entertainment franchises in history. Yeah.
So these numbers are different because look at the total franchise value is $50 billion for Star Wars and it says 10 for Minions.
Let me do Despicable Me. I think I did Minions versus Star Wars.
It says Minions and Despicable Me together. Anyway, even if it's not bigger than Star Wars, it has to be number one in animation.
Well, with the time span too, like
it's only been like 10 years, 15 years. So I mean, it's not. I don't think they're stopping.
No.
Why would you? I mean, we have a new movie coming. Star Wars has movies coming out too, like we talked about.
Think about Fast and Furious.
Most Star Wars people tell you not to watch after the original 6 or whatever it is, 6 or 7. People are like, don't even bother. Like it fell off, but they're still making it.
The individual, the storylines that are not connected to the main storyline are actually pretty solid. It's just the new trilogy is just ass.
That's what I meant. Yeah, like the new movies, like not the
like Andor,
Obi-Wan. That series.
Obi-Wan was good. They keep releasing animated, either shows or shorts. Those are really good. It's just that third trilogy is just dog water.
Yeah, I would agree.
But anyway, that was a side plot. But it came up and
it released the last pod, and I'm really surprised we didn't bring Minions up.
I thought about it. I just thought it was dumb, but I'm like, no. I found out it was not dumb. They are, I mean, massive. Other than that, I've been watching season 2 One Piece live action.
Ooh.
So good. I mean, you don't have to watch any original. You don't have to be an anime guy, anime girl. You can watch One Piece season 1 from the get go. They move a lot faster. There's over 1,000 episodes.
Bring it out again.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
There's
dun,
over
dun,
1,000
dun.
episodes on the anime and still going, but like the movie, I'm pretty sure Geese the live action moves a lot quicker through the plot.
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
But it is very good. Highly recommend Netflix One Piece.
How many seasons is there out of the live action right now?
2.
Two.
Second one just came out, so I'm like on episode 4.
How long are the episodes?
Anywhere from like 55 to an hour and 50 or an hour 12, like around an hour. But they're good. It's good. I mean, I've seen enough One Piece anime to know that the casting's pretty good too.
Ooh, casting is on point. Like they really, One Piece is really silly, and they buy into that 100% without making it
descriptive
dumb.
word. Geese. That's a good one. Silly.
Silly.
Yeah,
it is. I mean, it's goofy is another good one. But the live action buys into that while like being grounded in a way. It's not like your Dragon Ball Z live action where it's just like, this is terrible.
You know what we need, Brendan? Yu-Gi-Oh! Live action.
Oh,
I think they have one. Not very good.
Can't be good.
No. Yeah, it can't be good if you haven't seen it.
I need a good one.
I locked into that, I think 2 summers ago, just because. You just turn back on like Yu-Gi-Oh! From season 1. It's so good.
Those are so hard to watch, but like it is so like the concept of Yu-Gi-Oh! In the show of the dual arena and the monsters coming to life, and
especially as a kid.
It is the coolest thing.
Yeah.
With CGI how it is now, man, you could get absolutely.
Dude, it would be unreal. Like make a movie.
Yeah.
Like they did Power Rangers. Like make a movie.
No, okay, it's not real, but we could definitely use one.
Yeah, I mean the rights to it are probably going to be hard to get.
Yeah,
but that would be sick. I like Pokemon too, but the concept of Yu-Gi-Oh was way cooler.
But that's that is what is so great about the One Piece live action is that before One Piece live action, all the other live actions bombed. This is the one that is like setting the standard for it. So hopefully in the future, people go this route and we get those.
I would guess there's people that have watched One Piece live action that have no idea that it's an anime. Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Netflix original TV show. Let me check this out. Oh, it's like kind of fantasy, pretty cool. No idea what it's based like that. It actually has a backstory to it. I guarantee it's that good. Like it is.
Then you can go down the rabbit hole of like 1,200 anime episodes.
Yeah, the anime is long as shit and still going.
They're remaking it. They're coming out with new episodes and they're remaking it at the same time. That's how long it is.
It's crazy. But yeah, One Piece. I'd go watch that. We're 40 in, so we got time. We got a little Oscars. We got a little gear to grind, or 2 gears to grind. Geese, I'll let you gear grind first because mine. Yeah, I mean, you go ahead.
You could apply this to like a greater, like what's the word? Like greater, like category, but getting pulled over for stupid shit. I got pulled over last week for not using my turn signal. Now, it wasn't changing lanes without a turn signal. It was stoplight, double left turns. So you have to turn left. I'm at a red stoplight. I didn't have my blinker on. I'm on the inside turn. Didn't really think I needed it because I have to turn left. And cop pulled me over for it. He said, "You know what I got you pulled over for?" "No." "Well, you didn't use your turn signal back there." Everything went fine, blah, blah, blah. He gave me a warning. So at the end of the day, no big deal. But I am in a dedicated turn lane. I'm turning. I don't think I need to have a turn signal on to tell you that I'm turning in a dedicated turn lane, especially on the inside one. Like, it wasn't you're in the same lane as everyone driving by you and you have to turn. No, I am 2 lanes removed from a 3-way highway. Like, I'm turning left, man. Which is, it's bullshit.
Go ahead, Trav.
What's the law, Alex? You gotta
The
use
law.
your turn signal. The law.
I use it for everything else, man. I use it to get into the turn lane. I'm not sitting there with the fucking blinker going I'm at a red light. I'm stopped. I'm turning left. I didn't U-turn. If I was U-turning, I would put the turn signal on. I'm going left.
It's got to be on regardless.
Yeah, I'm in the camp of you got to have your turn signal.
Dude.
But at the same time,
I'm telling you.
yeah.
I've been behind a cop driving home from a screen unseen, and like where I come home, the left lane kind of goes like this, and then there's like the short dots because it turns into a left lane if you go straight to turn. And I was behind a cop, and he just drove through without using his turn signal, and I just followed him and did it. Like, fuck him. Like, okay. But you should use your turn. They don't do it, but you should use your turn. You technically have to use your turn signal.
Yeah, that's why I got pulled over. Yeah, technically you have to do it. I'm just
Arguably,
saying.
they have bigger fish to fry down
You
here.
didn't use your turn signal. When you
It's
should
just
have used your turn signal.
no, dude. It's just
I'm on Geese's side. They have
the
bigger
location
fish to
where
fry.
the locate at 6:30 in the morning. You're pulling me over for that shit. There's no fucking traffic out there. Like, there's no reason to have it on.
If it's at 6:30, he pulled you over because he had a reason to, and he thought maybe you had something else going on.
Yeah,
Quarters
I was
That's,
going to
that's
work.
their best
Reason.
opportunity. It's their best
You gave
opportunity
them
to
a
find
reason to
people
pull
that are
them
doing stupid shit other than
and
just
quota is not met. I got to get a ticket off. I got 3 days to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also,
you just
also
gave
just
me a reason.
it's
Yeah.
that's all you got to do. It'll hold it there for you.
Yeah, and then you get
If you turned it on
Yeah.
to get over there, you had to turn it off. You could have just kept it on, and then it usually will turn off for you. Takes a step out of the equation there.
Can't hear you do that at all, Geese. So.
No, there's really no sound coming through. That's a clip. That's a clip.
it wasn't picking me up because my audio.
No.
That's funny.
Yeah, and that's what it sounds like in the car because you've been driving a
New
car
tech,
for
new
how many
tech, new
freaking
tech.
years.
Okay, this is the turn, dude. I am in this lane.
Right.
I use my turn signal.
I picture.
I'm
that,
just
and I
letting
think
you know.
Everybody else that's listening to this.
what
can
is that?
picture
I'm
it.
at a red light
What is that lane
and I
called?
turn.
What is that lane called?
The turn lane. So therefore, I'm already turning. If you know I'm turning, what does it matter?
Are you on the inner side?
I'm in the inside lane.
doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
I can only go left. I don't need to tell you I'm going left. I can only go left.
That's called being
You
lazy.
can do whatever you want.
That's called
You
being
can go
lazy.
straight, you could go right. You could do whatever.
That's
you
calling you being.
I could do that with the turn
idiot.
signal on too.
No.
want. Right.
But I turn it on. I get in that lane and it unclicks. Like, dude, I'm turning left.
Shout out AI.
Right. But your turn signal should still be on.
Yes.
And it was. Okay,
Henceforth,
sure.
why you got pulled over?
Turn signal is a hard
Like
click.
here to grind is cops pull me over for not obeying the law. That is
What do you guys think?
I'm with him, but at the same
That's-
time,
that's-
it's like you have to make sure your turn signal's
I
on.
wasn't switching lanes without a turn signal. I wasn't doing any of that.
You were
Like,
just
that's-
turning, not a turn signal.
Yeah, I'm staying in the same lane because it's turning. There's no need for it. It continues
See,
left.
but when
I'm
you-
not
this
switching
spot.
lanes trying to
When you-
get through traffic.
when you draw that line in the sand and you move that one forward, you're just gonna keep moving until nobody has to use turn signals at all ever. That's the
next
That's not what I'm
I
saying at
changed-
all.
I changed lanes. There's nobody next to me. Why do I need to turn my turn signal?
exactly. Exactly.
I'm not even arguing that because I do that.
There was
I put
nobody
my turn
rolling
signal
left.
on for that.
There's nobody rolling yet in the red light. I just went.
Yeah. I beat them for their turn.
Yeah, I didn't hit anybody.
Yeah.
Why would I have to stop?
Yeah. I mean, it would have pissed me off, but I would have been like pissed at myself. Like, God damn it, dude! Like, turn your turn signal on. Not pissed at the cop for pulling me over because I didn't turn the turn signal.
It's literally the end
I
of the
wasn't
month.
pissed at the cop for pulling me over. It was just pulling me over for that.
But you also have to admit too that them at least seeing that, and at the slight chance that they see a pound of something in the back seat, they go, "Ha,
Ooh.
I got him."
I mean, that's
Now-
why they pulled you over.
Have you ever watched Cops? This guy blew a stop sign, and then the
So-
next 13 seconds, he's sprinting down the
There-
street. That's who
There
they're
is more
after,
to this
not
story. There is more to this story because he pulls me over. I go and get breakfast. As I'm leaving, he gets behind me. Make sure to use the turn signal on this one. Guy blows a red light off. He goes, "I'm fucking get him! Get him!"
But guess what? That guy probably had a pound of meth in
I'm
his
sitting
trunk.
in my car. Like, this motherfucker's gonna pull me over again. Like, and then this guy just blows right in front of me. Off he goes. Cherries and berries. I'm on his side. Get his ass. Get his ass.
Geese backs are
Fuck
blue,
that
all
guy.
right? Don't get it
I'm like
twisted.
that. I got a warning. That guy's getting a ticket for sure. Like that cop's not giving out 2 warnings in a row. I'll tell you that.
No, blowing a red light is an easy ticket. Turn signal.
Easy.
Like, he
Can
could
we-
give you one, but that's a dick move. It's
Can
just
we
more, hey,
can we make yellow lights just like a half second longer?
Yeah.
I think half second would be good.
I would like maybe add a 4th color in there.
Or
Like
like a yellow and a
blue.
half. You know?
like a blue. Like it's the yellow for
Colorblind-
the red.
Yeah, it's coming
You
from
know?
a colorblind person. We
Yeah,
need more
Actually,
colors.
traffic lights are meant for colorblind people. So
Yeah, you would know that.
If
You
they
know.
added another
suck my
color,
ass.
you're in trouble.
You just add blue, purple.
What can you not see?
I can see colors. They just use a hue in there that is like, no matter if you're colorblind, like it will show up as it's supposed to.
Don't all colorblind people just see gray?
Don't you see like a dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was watching
how
the
many fingers
artist,
am
it
I
was just
holding
black.
Yeah, I
You
don't
ever
know.
see a movie in the negative? That's what it looked like.
My gear to grind, I came after my dog last week, so it's only right if I come after all the women in my house. My gear to grind is with my wife, and I don't know if I've
Ooh.
brought this up before or not, but it's been really, we've talked about how nice it's been in Colorado. She's just a big, just doors open, windows open, no screens. It is just
Oh, no screens?
it is just a bug sanctuary in our house. Like flies. They call me, I am Dog the bounty hunter of flies. It drives me insane. And like anytime like she's sitting there eating dinner, I just get up, grab fly. I can't stand it. I cannot stand flies. Like that's it. Like, there's probably more in here that you can't see, but the flies are obvious. They're right in your eyesight. You can't ever find them when you're trying to kill them, but you see them 50,000 times when you're not trying to pay attention to them. Then you go get the fly swatter, gone.
Yeah.
Absolutely gone. Those things are the dumbest animals on planet Earth, I think. Fly swatter out, those things are gone.
Elite.
Just shut the door. Shut the door.
Get some screen for the windows. They're not that expensive.
We don't have windows. We could, but like our geese has been here. They're all roller like open. Like there's not really. I don't know. It's not like you're pushing the window up. They all come out, and one of them is massive. Like I don't like this. It by our kitchen table is a massive window. And it really not. I don't even know if it's the windows. It's the back door to our deck when she's sitting out there with Ivy. The door is
That's
just
the one.
it's just open, just wide. I close it every time I see it. Next time I go by, wide open.
What I get pissed off about is when the air is on and we have the windows and doors open. Like,
Yeah.
dude, there's no point to have it on if we have these open. Like, we are just wasting it.
Yeah, 'cause otherwise you're conditioning the world's air.
Come in, up the
just never
vents,
turns off.
out the door. Thank you very much. Like, we're trying to combat global warming with it, is what it feels like.
The air would never turn off either because it's never going to get
Exactly.
because
Exactly.
the windows and doors are open. Yeah,
But
so
dude, to do that without screens, that's why she's your wife and not mine.
it's just one of those things too. It's like
Never happened.
you do things that piss me off too. Like, yes, I do. I've been dealing with this door problem for 11 years. Can we close the goddamn door? Close the door. It's pretty simple. So yeah, we're at the point in the year where it is nice enough out that everything's open here, and flies just love it here. Absolutely love it. It is just, I mean,
It's going to be 80 tomorrow.
yeah.
Get
well,
used to it.
the door will be open, I guarantee. Well, I mean, on the same topic, hey, I'm gonna go to Lowe's tomorrow and get some tools and stuff to like weed. Can you help? Don't want to. Guess what I'm doing tomorrow? Weeding.
That's a story as
But I got
old as
I
time.
got some some day drinking kind of nooners and outdoor beer. Like we're gonna make it a Saturday, but we're weeding.
Need
before-
music. Need
Yeah.
music.
Oh yeah. Before Illinois tips off at 5:09 Mountain Time, your boy will be getting his hands dirty.
I thought you guys had people that did that for you.
We do, but they don't start again until April, and we need to do it tomorrow. So that's
That's why my back
That is
patio is
why
all
it's
dirt.
in the gear to
'cause
grind.
yeah. It has to be done tomorrow, Alex. That is
My back patio is all dirt because I didn't do any of that.
Yeah.
And it was green. And now I have to replace it all. So
She was watering the grass.
you got to
last
stay up
night.
on that.
Yeah. So we
Careful.
tomorrow, flies
Wasting all our water over there, keeping that grass green.
Flies will be just all throughout the house tomorrow. So, but anyway, who's got an Oscar to give? I think I already gave mine out with Big Ten basketball. So, Big Ten basketball shout out.
I'll keep mine quick. Lexi turned 30. My Oscar is for her mother, who came out to visit and always takes care of us. An absolute saint. Shout out Sue.
Love
Echo,
it. Shout
echo,
out.
echo.
Love when people
Interrupt.
take care of us. Crit, you can go or I can go. He's just laughing.
It's you.
I was giving a thumb.
He mutes himself again. My gear grind is crit spacebar.
No.
Sent this to the boys earlier. Pizza Hut is bringing back its wild hot dog stuffed crust pizza for baseball season. If that's not an American food, love
Point.
it. Probably ruin your insides, but that's just it should be red, white, and blue. They should put artificial food dye in it. Just round it
Making
out.
that homemade, I feel like would hit way different, but it's gonna be some cost-cutting BS crap in there.
So here's my
Sure, it
thoughts.
slaps.
That they said they're bringing it back.
Yes,
I've never seen it before.
There's one, yeah, I've never seen it too, and the reason I say that is because
Never seen it.
there is no way, if that was in my lifetime, I wouldn't have tried it. There's no.
That's
way.
a fucking Minnesota,
Did you read the
fucking
rest
Wisconsin fucking thing.
No, I
of it?
didn't
Each slice has a whole hot dog baked into the crust, but only in Canada. Rescinded.
Oh, so we don't get it.
Gear to grind.
Take
Screw
that.
That is
Canada,
the
screw
quickest.
Pizza Hut. Nobody out
U-turn.
Pizza Hut except everybody. Everybody out Pizza Hut.
That's bullshit. I was gonna say, there's no way I would have
Fucking
tried it.
keep that shit.
Yeah, no thanks.
I would have tried it.
Have you-
Geese, we're gonna do it ourselves and make it better.
Fucking
Have you
keep
heard of a
Make
more
pizza great
Canadian food than that?
Trav, you would have tried it.
Oh, hell
Yeah, absolutely.
Hell
Do you guys want to try? No, not trying the hot dog.
Oh, I'm in 100%.
No, I would.
I want to make it homemade and put
next
some
time,
big old
next time
fucking
I'm out
brats in
there, next time I'm out there, we're gonna do the evolution of the hot dog. And we're gonna
Bro,
do
hey,
pizza.
Lexi and Chelsea are making bread now, so we have the dough for it.
I also can make a pizza crust.
No brats in this pizza. It's
It was just an example. Damn.
The hot
You said,
hot
I'm gonna
dogs.
do it, but I'm gonna beat you up
Woof.
with brats.
I was just talking about doing it, but like if I was staying
Hey, buddy, no brats, hot dogs.
Are you
going hot
getting the
dogs.
message?
You're not getting the point here that I'm trying to give you here, man. It's hot dogs.
We're trying to breed him for a pack of brat here.
I'm not missing that because I've talked plenty of times of what Pizza Hut will do to you the next 2 or 3 days. But if it was here,
Had a hot dog in there.
would have tried it. That's like what? I mean, 8 slices. That's like 8 dogs in the pizza. That's insane.
Hey,
Bare
that's something.
minimum.
That's something you can't be doing in a country with free healthcare. Those lines are going to get longer quick.
Yeah. Well, I guess our last Oscar turned into a gear grind, so we can head into episode 2 on a bad note. We own hockey.
Yeah.
Episode 2 of Movies with One Word Titles. We spun the wheel. It spoke to us. We landed on Dunkirk, the 2017 war action movie with a pretty star-studded cast with Cillian Murphy, Harry Styles, Tom Hardy, you name it. They're in there. Hadn't seen it. I think I'm the solo dolo person that had not seen this movie. It is on rentable on Amazon Prime. Thought it was free, so I didn't rent it. Other platforms as well to rent. But Dunkirk, 2017 war action. Trav, tell them a little bit about the film.
Yeah, what a cool war movie. We've been missing war movies in this house. I could watch one every day. We follow a gang of soldiers and different ranked officers and whatever trying to make their way out of Dunkirk, get back to England. Whether you're a sneaky little Frenchman or actual Englishman, but a super cool story based on the real deal. Trying to get them out. I thought the whole storyline, plot line that they did was a really good rendition of history, without making it like a perfect reenactment or even having like how a lot of history movies with these world wars do, of having somebody like commentate on it. No commentation, just right into it, your interpretation of what's going on. A lot of scenes with not a lot of dialogue, which I think is really cool for war movies, because you're just getting told the story through what they're saying, but getting told a story for war through action was really cool. But yeah, full circle, getting the Brits back over the channel. Really enjoyed it. This is my second time watching it. I think it's worth 2 watches. If you've seen it once, it's worth giving it a little bit of break and then watching it again. But Geese, now you're back. How'd you like it? I think we're all war nerds.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. About as close to a silent film as you can get, Trav, so I appreciate that input. No, just super unique take, especially on a war movie. Man, do they just fucking give it to you in this. You get on one boat, sinks. You get stuck behind everyone else, their boat sinks. You get inside a boat, get shot up, that sinks. And then you finally get out of there, and you sink again, dude. Like, just to show it, to make it interesting, engaging, with limited dialogue, to your point, Trav, is incredible. Even showing multiple aspects of everything going on. You got the guys on the beach, you got the guys hanging out, you got the guys in the boat, you got the guys in the sky, you guys, you have the people back home, to show all those facets of what's going on while using the action and the music of the movie to tell your story is it's awesome. And it's so unlike other war movies that this one is like, it sticks out to you immediately.
So Dunkirk for me was the first time watching it. Like I mentioned, I did also look it up. Dunkirk did win, I believe, 3 Oscars: Best Film Editing, Best Sound Editing, and Best Sound Mixing. I don't know what it is with based on a true story movies just being very relevant over the last month for me, and I've had hot takes on both sides. And then for this one, very real, backs against the wall showcase of what it actually is like to be just kind of you're trapped. You're on the beach. There's, you've got some fighter pilots in the sky, but bombers are going to get through, and just hoping to God you can get on a boat and get out of there. And the boats aren't even making it very far. So really cool in the aspect of just showcase the story itself and showcasing what. And again, no war movie I don't think that's based on a true story, which a lot of them are, not all of them, but a lot of them are, can really showcase exactly what happened on the good side or the bad side. I mean, it might be film done up, but there could have been a lot more death. Like there's things that aren't going to be always showcased directly in these movies, but just a very unique take. Like I think I agree with what you said. It's a war movie unlike any other. The plot is the plot. Like they are trying to leave. They're evacuating. We'll get there, but the back in the day, you're getting personal boats to come over and help the cause, like not soldiers but people of your country. That being said, the movie felt like a nothing sandwich. Just felt like there was no, like it's based on a true story. There's no real plot build up. There's no it is what it is. Kind of reminded me of like when we talked about Snowpiercer, where like you captured yourself, you're stuck on a train, like you're kind of limited to what you can do. And this is a true story, so obviously that makes sense. It just felt like a nothing burger.
I think to back up your point, and I would agree as far as like legitimate action and like meat on the potatoes of this movie. Yes, and I wanted to say shout out Christopher Nolan and Hans Zimmer. I mean, those two combo together just make award-winning movies. But to piggyback off your point, the awards that they won were deserved. Them winning anything else, I think it wouldn't be as deserved because of that aspect of not really having the very entertaining aspects of it. Because I forgot how the movie really started. I remembered like the middle part where they, like you were saying, Geese, like ships keep sinking and they're just getting cooked. But like that first little scene where they're showing like, hey, this is literally backs against the wall. They have sandbags set up and they're trying to block any bit of advancement towards that beach because they need to get the hell out of there. Like they're done for in this area. Like that's very realistic. The aspect of like him turning that corner early and like having to probably shit his pants, like he's probably about to clean up, let a little bit out and then clean up his pants after what just happened. And he sees somebody burying somebody and putting the clothes on, and like how real that probably is, as much as it's not like, oh my God, like that's such an exciting scene. Like there's just a lot of weight on this movie, not necessarily a lot of like action or feel, I guess. I'm trying to put words to your point, Brennan, but I agree with you.
I felt like it was more of like an observation movie than it was like, I'm here to be like entertained. It was entertaining to a point, like a certain degree, but with the lack of dialogue and everything, like you're really just observing the story of how this happened and how, the events played out and how soldiers were affected, civilians were affected. Like the only enemies in this movie that you actually see are the airplanes. So like there's no big bad or anything. Like they're coming, but you don't see it. Like there's nothing to like elevate the drama between characters outside of survive.
The things that they won the awards on were like film editing, which I think was fantastic. Watching this on IMAX would have been cool, although it doesn't have like we're saying that much action. Or I'm trying to figure out the word. It's not that it doesn't have the action. What are we trying to say?
Substance.
I guess there's no substance. There's no. We know what the plot is. They're just trying to leave, and I think that takes a little bit away from it, but it's still like a great movie. But yeah, the video editing, the music was really good. I mean, you can't miss with a Hans Zimmer. I wish we had that list. I got to look up the list of all the movies he's involved in. But anytime he's involved, the sound is just like epic, and it's always built for theater. So I think that's a really big point and why this won awards, and it won the right awards. But I don't know. I think it's just an interesting movie.
Well, it goes back to our points about like literally the artists of war movies was what I knew.
Yeah.
I didn't look up the story of Dunkirk and like the actual what it's based off of. I knew it was based off something, and I just kind of let it go. Going back, they also don't even mention the Germans. Like you can figure it out, but it's just the enemy. It's kind of weird. I don't know if there's any reason to that or not, but when you look at the movie itself from not knowing anything, and I think the reason I brought up the artist is because you guys had told me it's black and white and silent. That will give me, again, preconceived notions of walking into it. I went into this movie with war movie. I knew it was up for awards. I like war movies a lot. And it has a Cillian Murphy, Tom Hardy cast, like big guns.
I didn't realize it was Tom Hardy until the end.
and they're just not playing roles that really matter. Like they matter to an extent. Like Tom Hardy's character, very important,
right?
Very big moments, but his acting ability irrelevant. Cillian Murphy acting ability great. He's playing, but his part is another human element sense of like showing how terrified and PTSD. Like I don't want to go back there, but he's not that important in the movie. And it's you get like I'm going into it with all this information of knowing nothing, war movie, Cillian Murphy, Tom Hardy, Christopher Nolan, just jazzed up.
Very underwhelming. Very underwhelming.
It just felt like it just fucking nothing.
I think we should probably hold out if somebody hasn't seen the movie and somebody else has on the pod, we definitely need to hold that back.
Don't say shit.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're thinking. And that hype of just saying those characters and just saying those words of war movie.
And Christopher Nolan.
That has nothing to do. Like, if you just went, this is Dunkirk, it's based on a true story. Yes, it is a war movie. Just leave it at that. Because even when you say war movie, like, you're not necessarily guaranteed to shoot them up just like
Hurt Locker.
Hurt Locker, right. But with this, like, you're thinking, okay, Cillian Murphy's got a gun. He's going to shoot people. That's what you're thinking.
The lead actor was like the kid.
Yeah. Which for this movie made sense. Like it was good to follow, but like when you talk about a war movie, you're thinking more action, more shooting, more whatever, Yeah.
Well, it's like I was thinking Fury, right? Like you got Brad Pitt, Shia LaBeouf, and it's like those guys were the core of the movie, and I'm seeing Cillian Murphy, Tom Hardy, like that's my core. They're going to get together. And it just didn't happen, and yes, that goes into how you're viewing it, and it just like we've talked about this before. The only other movie in the history of this podcast I've had one page of notes for was Blazing Saddles. I had one page of notes, and I feel like I've got nothing. Just basically like, where am I in the movie? The whole part at the beginning with the mole 1 week, the sea 1 day, the air 1 hour, like that makes no sense to me.
Does it now? No. Just how far or how long it takes to get across the channel.
I figured, but like it just the mole is on the sea. The sea is 1 day, the mole is 1 week, and I know it's a bigger boat, but it just felt like I don't know, man. I don't have much to say outside like the movie itself was like the story is really cool. I appreciate those because I don't think people really realize, and we've talked about this before, of what is actually happening, what they're going through. I'm just taking it from watching a movie's perspective, and it just I just didn't do it.
Yeah, and I think it's probably at least going to be a half star like demotion just because of the hype you may have gotten. I think I'm just
Immediately.
I'm thinking we definitely need to not hype up movies. Not that we really hyped it up, but like just the words that we said that were associated with this movie. We should have just said, "Hey, Brendan, enjoy Dunkirk."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but I mean, like, same thing with artists too. You know, if we didn't know,
I probably would have liked it. Probably would have been a half star for artists if you'd have just said this one, whatever, in 2011. Although I would have been really disappointed.
It would have been much.
It would have been much lower had you not known what it was going into it.
That's what I mean. Like, I think I liked the fact that I didn't know because the artist would have been much lower for sure, but I had the lens on. This one I didn't. I just had my own thoughts of just kind of. I didn't look up the movie. I just knew who was in it, knew who directed it, and then we got what we got. And it just, it's cool. I mean, it's literally, you're just the entire time you're just fucked.
Yeah.
That is what it is. Except for Tom Hardy. Like, he lost both of his co-pilots. He was obviously an absolute, and to that point too, any movie with like fighter pilot scenes and in fighter pilots in general, like real life fighter pilots, that has to be one of the hardest jobs on planet Earth. I mean, that shit is unbelievable. The scenes are always cool in any movie. Targeting, like locking in, and I'm talking like back then when you don't have any sort of heat seeking, like you're just firing bullets out of your. That shit is insane to me. Yeah. Watching it is awesome.
Yeah.
The actual people that do it is, I mean, it is crazy.
Especially the guys out there with like multiple like kills and everything. Like, to be good at that, like, that's nuts. Especially in those planes. Like, those things were shit buckets, man. Just so you could produce a lot of them. Like, compared to what we have now, like, holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
watch Midway.
Yeah.
Midway. That's a pilot movie and a half. It's not as good as oh my god. Nope. Clip me for this one.
I know what you want. I'm not going to give it to
you. Then I'm just going to mute myself for this one. Top Gun Maverick.
There you go.
It's basically Top Gun. Watch Midway.
Well, which one? Top Gun or Top Gun Maverick?
Both.
Either one. Yeah,
okay,
like you could watch Top Gun and love Midway. You could watch Maverick and love Midway too.
What do we have for upcoming war movies? Do we have any in 2026? Anybody know of?
Not the top. I mean, Odyssey's a war movie.
If there isn't one, if there isn't one yet, it's coming. So probably mid 2027.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, not really anything that comes to mind. We haven't really had any, but again, that doesn't matter because they could take any story from past time and make it a movie.
That's what I'm saying. If there's
anybody could come up and then cool, good story and make a movie about it. So it's like you can't really predict it. I don't think there's anything off the top of my head that's coming up.
There's a movie called Pressure coming out.
Or 72 hours leading up to D-Day.
Yep.
Ooh,
that might actually be pretty good.
That's gonna be good.
I think I feel like World War II hits more for us. Whereas
I spent all my grade school, high school studying it.
Like our kids or grandkids, like anything like Hurt Locker, all that like shit is going to be like a hit.
Even
I've probably got a half dozen.
Vietnam movies are spectacular. Like just documentaries. Tropic Thunder is legit. Yeah.
What were
I got to click the in between.
Got about a half dozen war papers.
What were like your favorite parts of this movie? I guess that's a good question.
Favorite part, favorite scenes for sure are the pilot. Just him kind of going against the clock. He's low on fuel. This dude's doing a bombing run. Those are just highlights for me. I also like the when they're in the separate boat and the enemy is just taking pop shots at first, and it's like, dude, you got to plug the hole. Just absolutely get shredded immediately. Then there's 10 more holes. It's all it's starting to flood and everything, and then it's just every man for themselves. And they're trying to force the French guy out because he's not, just the dynamic of the characters, and it has the dialogue. Third scene is, I think, like the most impactful, is the French guy not going under, going into the hull of the ship when they initially get on it at night. He's the only guy to stay out. And you're trying to, if you're watching it for the first time, you're like, why is this dude staying out there? Like, who is this guy? You start kind of questioning him. And then they get blown up, and you're like, that's why.
Yeah. I agree. I think I agree with most of yours. Like most of my favorite parts were more of the meaningful conversation or dialogue of. I did like the boat scene when they're taking shots, and then they're like, they're gonna know we're in here, and the kid was saying, look at the grouping, like it's just target practice. They don't know anybody's in here. That was I was like, oh shit, that's what kid's genius.
Mm-hmm.
But the other part that I liked was the two other parts that I liked of the movie, just for the real feel of it, was both of them at the back end when the commander essentially, which is crazy. They had 400,000 people on the beach. They're hoping to get 30K, 75 French or whatever, and they get 300,000 out. And the commander, they're getting on the boat. He's like, I know you're an officer, but we got to get the hell out of here and get some on the boat. And then he's like, I'm staying for the French. And then that's when Hardy's plane's out of fuel. He's just coasting, and the bomber comes in and it just feels like, oh, this guy's dying because he's going to stay here for the French. And then Hardy takes the guy out, and then ultimately Tom Hardy ends up getting, captured and whatever, and gets his wheels down and gets captured, and he never gets out, but saves however many more people for that last ditch effort. And then the part that also was like the dynamic between Cillian Murphy's character and George, or not, maybe Peter, whatever one didn't die.
The son, right?
I think it was
Peter. I think it's Peter.
George is the one that died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The dynamic between those two of Cillian Murphy does not want to go back for
every reason.
Every reason, like, makes a ton of sense. The guy driving the boat is not turning around for every reason.
Mm-hmm.
His son passed away in the war, was a fighter pilot, and he ends up, freaking out and knocks George down the stairs. He ends up dying, and he just keeps asking if he's okay. And then at the end, when he's like, he is dead, he's like, hey, you guys be careful down there. And he's like, mate, he's dead. And then Cillian asks, like, if he's okay, if he's going to be okay. And he says, yes. It's like the kid's motor caught up to, like, if I say no, this guy is going to absolutely lose it. Like, just go back into losing another.
And at the end when they show him coming off, big time impact.
He sees the fact that he died and then just walks away. Like, that whole dynamic was wild.
There's a lot of those pieces that don't make like big, like, holy shit moments, but it's like it's a thinker of a movie where you're like trying to put yourself in the shoes of everybody that's involved. I think I'm with you on all those scenes. Definitely top tier scenes. My favorite is the setup. I love the opening scene where just like oh shit, this is war. This is what we're trying to escape, and sets up the whole beach. Sets up the whole idea of, we got to get the hell out of here. We are screwed. And just the craftiness of seeing a dude, he's hurting, this is our ticket on that boat. Let's go. And
Yeah.
to think like I would, there's no way I wouldn't do that. Like if that's an option to get the hell out of there, I'm grabbing somebody. I'll put them on my shoulders and run. I don't, you know what I mean? Like they did a really good job depicting like the severity of all these scenarios and like what could truly happen and what truly did happen. But I'm still with you, Brendan. I think there's a lot to this movie that would like add to the entertainment, but there's also a lot to it that like it's nice that it keeps it more realistic and just to the point of like they're screwed, they're screwed, they're screwed, they're screwed. It was great that all the boats came, took them out, and you kind of see the whole story of it.
And they're heroes. Like the cool thing
Right.
is they all are failures to their own brains, and like the people are cheers and cheers and cheering for them home. Like, and I mean, I've had family in the military, but not, you know, like my parents weren't, I wasn't, my brother wasn't. So it's like that actual real feeling of people getting home. You've seen videos and stories, maybe you know people that have it, and it's like that is just. And I do. I mean, I have a cousin that you know I was younger when he was involved, but like I can't even imagine in those times of knowing however many people your friends and families are gone or whoever, and then just the seeing them show back up, and all you're hearing in the news is like how badly it's going.
Right, and it doesn't matter how far they go. It doesn't matter how far they're going. Like for American troops going all the way over across the pond to be over there, like that has its own impact. But even though they're a day's boat ride away and they're feeling the same way of, oh my God, they're...
And you have no idea.
Yeah.
You just, if they show up, they show up. And if you get a letter in the mail, then you know.
Yep. Yeah.
And just
crazy.
the pure, like, it's like a, you know, like, for a lack of better terms, the Super Bowl parade that is happening just because they know they're getting out of there. And the old guy that I had previously mentioned driving the boat that was kind of the main focus boat of the convoy coming over, just having a son that was in the military that died and being that dedicated to the cause of getting these guys home.
Mr. Dawson.
It's just it's wild. Like that's where the there's two sides to this movie of like the real feel and the things you can get from it, and then the movie aspect of, you know, what did you think of the movie? The story itself is just unbelievable. It's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. I think one of the first points Guy said, and I think both you said, being different is fun to watch because you haven't seen 10 of these movies.
Right.
You've seen 10 of the other ones. Now they might be more entertaining and more exciting, but you kind of can figure out what's going on. Like, you know, maybe there's higher action intensity. This being based on a true story and just showing, you know, basically just a showcase of what was happening.
Yeah.
That's
a good showcasing.
I also think it would have a different effect if we were British or we were French.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Being American and they're only going back to England, like it just doesn't hit as much. Like if it was Americans leaving that, you know, we would have a little bit more pride into the story. I think that has a little like effect to it too.
Coach me up on, like, we were in this war.
Yeah.
Just weren't involved in this specific part of the fight.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Because I was just thinking, like, maybe the Americans were going to show up. Like, I thought that might have been the thing that was coming.
Right.
So from the beginning, it says, like, a miracle is essentially what they need, and they got it. The miracle was the Homelanders bringing all their smaller boats
at the perfect time too, because I think like they were saying 1 or 2 more days they're done. Like,
all their warships and big ships.
So this takes place before the United States involvement. So we came in 41. This was during 1940.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is when Germany is at their peak, and to the very, not the very end, but when he's reading the newspaper and they're talking like, we're praying for someone to come get us out of this stuff, essentially.
You know what's even scarier about that? Not to cut you off, Geese. These guys probably had to go right back over there. Once we got back involved and started pushing back, they got to get right back at it.
Yeah, that's a good point, because none of those guys are getting a free ticket out of the next 4 years.
Nope.
Well, that was basically kind of the ending too. Is like the evacuation is not winning a war, but it's a small victory. And we shall never surrender.
Yeah.
Like we know we're going to get back in, but we came out with a lot more than we thought we were going to, and then we're going to regroup and then we go back at it. There's no other choice. You're going to have to get back in it, until they get to your protect.
Or they come across the water there. Yeah.
You would rather fight on their territory.
Dude,
than
World War
yours.
II is so fascinating. I love it. I love it.
It is like the tech era of like the 2000s for war.
Mm-hmm.
Like they came up with everything during World War II. Like I think there was there still trench warfare in World War II? I think a little bit. Yeah. But World War I was all that trench warfare shit. For sure.
Yeah, almost exclusively, yeah.
And that's just like a greater scheme of like British military where you're literally just lining up in lines in front of the other guys and you're firing. Like World War II is where like shit just, they're making planes shoot vertical, like they're making them out of wood. Like you get all your tanks and everything, like just the peak of innovation of warfare.
And the reasoning behind the war, like we're stopping legitimate like bad things are going on.
Yeah, it wasn't us this time.
Legitimate world takeover.
Yes.
That was the furthest it's ever gone ever.
Yep.
Yeah.
An actual like this guy was
modern times
was taking countries. Like what you think is just completely could never happen again, that he was doing it and taking countries. Like, it was crazy what he was doing. Not only, obviously the Holocaust and a bunch of big, like I'm talking about, he was taking over countries.
Right.
Yeah.
That is insane.
And just a wave of it.
Yeah.
And then he attacked Russia and made the mistake they all make. Attacked them in the winter. Can't do that.
Well, and I think it's the other cool dynamic of it is just how close all those countries are. Like if you put United States over there and like you just treated them as
those
states.
Countries are state sizes, man.
Arizona attacking Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then taking over the entire West Coast.
Yeah.
And like that would be
crazy.
That's crazy.
Washington State just starts to take over.
Right.
And like the Midwest got to stand and deliver. And
Washington's too soft. They're too soft.
I'm just saying.
Do that, but they're keeping all like athletics and everything. So it's like the Chicago Bears just got it 10 times larger. Some shit like that. School recruitment. Your Big Ten is now just like 20 states.
It's just East versus West.
Yeah.
Conferences. I don't think sports would be going.
It actually means something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
No, obviously it wouldn't, but yeah, dude, to compare the sizes of states to Europe, and then just that's that type of invasion, and then like all the, they're creating Morse code, like they're hacking each other, like that's when all that started.
What's even crazier too is the timeline. Like was it 39 to 45? Was the range, so like 6 years.
Yeah, I think like end of 44, but
so think about from COVID to now was World War II. That feels like no time at all.
And millions and millions of people.
Yeah,
like that's
wild.
Another thing that I thought about during this movie, and I think it's because we are currently kind of in quite the predicament nation or globally.
We're in a situationship.
Yeah. As good of actors as you can get for a movie to play these people, when you listen to people in the military talk in press conferences in real life, those guys are absolute machines.
Oh, yeah, like the top brass guys.
Dude, the way they talk about what we're doing, what's going on, and just absolute locked in. When you watch these movies and they cast well and acting's great, they are not even close to what you feel when you're watching these guys talk.
Well, I think there's layers to it too. Like what we see, maybe like a politician or somebody saying something about it, and like you can like there's different feels towards what somebody's saying about it politically. But like you're saying, when it's actually boots on the ground and somebody's saying this is what we're going to do to somebody, those talks are behind them. They don't care about what other people are feeling. Like, this is the mission. I'm going to go do it. That should be the most intimidating thing in the world.
Dude.
And I don't understand how anybody could try to mess with us with any of those aspects of people talking, just talking like that. Not necessarily performing, but like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to decimate this, and this, and we're going to do it tomorrow at noon. And they do it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't remember. I don't know the guy's name, and I can't remember like the speech to a T. And it's very recent when this whole, the interaction with Iran has been going on. But like, the guy comes out with the flags behind him, and he's standing at the podium, and he just goes into a long spiel, no likes or ums or any sort of pause, and it's when they look up, they're gonna see two things: the stars and stripes of the United States and the Star of Israel, or Star of David, and all their ships are at the bottom of the sea. And he's just going in on 90% of this gone, 100% of this destroyed, and it's just, you're listening to it, and I could not be more locked in. And they are just, I mean, the dead ass serious, obviously. And that's what I mean when you're watching the real life stuff happen. It's hard when, especially in a time like we're in right now, where things are ongoing and you just recently saw it, and then you watch a movie like this. The acting will never be to the extent of like, oh, dude, I just watched the clip of what's actually happening. And then you can do your best job. I watched that clip 1,000 times in a row just because I'm just so in awe of.
You'd have to have military members or past military members do it, just like in Full Metal Jacket, having what's his face be the drill instructor. Like, that's what he did, and that's why he was so good, and that's why there's so much impact on it. You can't just have even if they're good actors, portray that, because you're always going to have that like notion of, oh, I know he's acting. You know what I mean? Like, watching that press conference for you is like dead serious. This is stuff actually happening because I'm seeing the guy that put the orders out and did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the point that I was going to go back to with like World War II stuff, I feel like they had to be so much more diplomatic and like skate around the things because they didn't know what or who was listening, and they wanted to be so much more secretive about where they were attacking and where they were planning. Whereas now the technology is so far advanced, I could tell you what the hell I'm going to do, and I'm going to go do it because you can't do anything about it. Our shit's that much better.
Yeah.
That's even crazier.
Yeah.
In a what would it be, 80 year gap, right? Yeah, 80-year gap.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a long time, but in the grand scheme of humanity and civilization, like, that's not that long to go from nothing to basically UFOs flying around.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Like, small scale of day-to-day life is when you listen to guys like, I think it was, I don't know, it was maybe, who's our guy that we love listening to about the NBA podcast? Jeff Teague. It's like they asked Jeff Teague, like, who was the toughest guy to guard? And they're like, Steph, Kyrie, D Rose. And he's like, well, Steph, you knew he's going to run and he's going to hit any shot and, whatever. Kyrie's got the handles you got to prepare for, and, he can shoot, he can get to the rim. He's like, D Rose was going to the hoop, and I knew that. And there was nothing that I could do. And he would tell me, like, I'm going to go right and left, and I'm going to get to the – he's like, and you couldn't stop him. And that's to the large scale. What we're talking about is where we are. Like, I will kill you, and here's exactly how I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing that you guys have that can stop us from doing it.
Yep.
Now, there are obviously plenty of closed door conversations that happen.
Right.
But that is basically where we are in this exact type of setting of where they were in the 40s. That's what is scary about now is, like, we're not the only people that can do that.
And you can't go back in time too and think that those guys, like, if they acted like they do now back then, they would have said, we got the nukes and we're about to drop them. And they do it. What a stark contrast of we can't tell anybody what we got going on, because if we do, then they're going to develop it first and drop it on us first. You know
what's funny to think about is I think of Game of Thrones and the meetings they have of planning battle and like the map and the action, like the little toy figures of pawns moving on the map. I doubt that happens anymore. Obviously, it's probably all on visuals and screens. It would be pretty cool if they were still standing around like a table. We're gonna take out, this tower and
giant American eagle
I bet they,
on the United States.
Still do. I bet they still do.
No, not like that. Not
if
like
you have
that.
it on digital, it's a lot easier to see. As
it's
much
the
as
same thing, but it's not as like crazy or like cool. It's probably
it's
cool.
way cooler when
At the
you
end
got
of the
like the
day,
little towers moving around.
every male soldier, commander or whatever that's planning these things out, there's still a little kid that like to play with their action figures. And I got
that never goes away.
Yeah, give me the map. I got some stuff that I can use.
Yeah, but I mean, it's good conversation, but I think this is kind of where I'm at with this movie. Is there's not much else. There's not much to talk about.
I'm comfortable with going into rating.
It's kind of a like you have to watch it. If you don't know the story, you can do the research on it, watch the movie. They probably do a pretty damn good job of depicting it. But it really is just like you have to just watch the movie to get it. Like there's not a ton of dialogue. It's more of just I think we called it like a showcase of what happened. Mm-hmm. Very informational, very put you in the moment, kind of.
And that's not easy.
Immersive. It's very immersive.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's very immersive. I think
the things the movie accomplished, though, its strengths really excelled. Like there's only to your point about Snowpiercer's, like there's only so much you can do with the it's not plot, with the setting that you're in.
The box.
Single train.
Right. I mean, this is kind of it. It's just boat, beach, boat, beach, boat, beach, other beach. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, that happened. To be demoralized about that. This is your third fucking boat you've been on, and you're winding up at the same goddamn shore you left. Like, the guy that just gives up and just swims into the ocean, the strait, and or the channel, and like that's it. Like that's how bad this was. Like you can show that, but how much deeper can you get going back and forth? The one thing we didn't talk about is the non-linear aspect of this movie, and I thought they crushed it. Because it wasn't important, right? Like, yeah, they showed different aspects to tell the story, which I guess they all do, but there was you didn't have to follow it. You knew, like, oh, why is it dark now? Sure. But there wasn't consequences to not understanding at what time you're at in the film, if that makes sense.
The timeline is left more gray than anything. Just to
right, it's more gray, and it's cutting and showing all these different scenes, but there's no major payoff from figuring out yourself. Like, oh, here we are. Now we're here. Like, okay, that all leads to this. They just use it as a means to an end to show. The different sections of what, Air Force, infantry, Navy, like that's how they showed those elements to where, I'm just repeating myself now, but like you didn't need to follow it. And I thought that is a good application of using scenes in a non-linear format.
If you guys are cool with it, I'll roll into my ranking and kind of describe what I'm feeling.
Letterboxd rankings?
Yeah, Letterboxd. I was leaning like a 3.5, just because I enjoyed the rewatch. But I think just pulling back some of those aspects and just kind of getting more of a, like, how do I initially view the movie as a whole after like first watch and second watch. I'm now kind of sitting at a 3, and I wanted to point this out to like just the generality of ranking movies and kind of how I'm going to start approaching them is like, what's the ceiling of this movie with the dialogue and like the meat and potatoes of it. I think if you did everything you could with this movie, it could potentially get up to like a 3.5 and a 4. But with just the scenario and keeping it, based on a true story and based on the real thing of it, it's not going to get to a 5. If you got a Christopher Nolan movie with Hans Zimmer, everything, and it still doesn't get the juices flowing, I think it sits in that mid range. So I'm sitting at a 3, and I was kind of out of a 3.5. So that's kind of where I'm at, and I want to kind of hit that vision for more so like what was the potential of this movie, and then like what did I get out of it, and what was it set at?
Yeah, it was good.
I will go 3.5. And the reason I'm not going 3 with it is kind of to your point, Trev, where it does have potential to be higher, but I don't want to discount it just because, the plot was one of the things that it was kind of lacking. The music, the cinematography for it, like I think it excelled in a lot of areas where it didn't excel in like one specific area. So, I would give it a 3, but looking at the whole picture of it, it's a 3.5 for me. And that's with me trying to bring my ratings down and spread it out more.
Yeah, I think I could have added more, like to your point of like bringing it to a 3.5 because of the potential and the feel of it. Like I'd understand that point of view. I think what it could have added to bump it up for me personally would maybe have been a 15-minute intro that led to the intro that we got of how absolutely effed they were in that scenario, and like actual carnage, and seeing them push and seeing the Germans like set up the whole scenario where 300,000 people, 400,000 people are backed up against their walls, screwed, and need to get out of there. Like that scene alone, I think would hold a lot more weight. But then again, we're looking at a 2.5-hour movie, and if this movie becomes 2.5 hours, I think it takes away from it. So
but
I think they
show me why it's so serious. They get off this
right.
beach.
Although we know showing it would be really cool and fascinating, and yeah, that's the end of my spiel of what it could have been, I guess.
Dude, maybe just like a camera, just imagine just a camera going straight through the back of the German line all the way through up to our character's back, and like that's your intro. Like make it as slow or fast as you want, but it's just like
and even
kind of like a marching video.
That could have been
be
less than 15. It probably could have even been a 10-minute clip. So that's the one thing I think that is missing to your aspect of Brendan, where you're like, even with that intro being a little more extended with a better feel, you'd have that in the back of your head of like, this is what they're escaping,
Mm-hmm. Show me the battle map of, from a human perspective.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, this should be fun. I already rated it as soon as I watched it. I've got this movie at a 2.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why.
Oh, will ya?
And I think the best comparison, and I think I'm very glad that we watched Spotlight, is because Spotlight, as I said on the podcast, that time was the new baseline for movies for me. Because I did not really care that much about the story being told in that movie. I don't have any ties to it. I care about what happened. I don't have any relation or interest in learning more or anything about that. Thought the movie was really good.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we got to a 2.5. On this one, I was very interested in the story. I do care about war and what's going on in the world and understanding. Like I talked about a lot of the aspects of it. I didn't think the movie was that good or entertaining or like watching a movie. Like Spotlight was a better movie than this, in my opinion. So I couldn't get it at a 2.5 when I ranked that one at 2.5. And like I will take on this podcast, I want the better movie. I don't want to rank the movie higher because the story it's trying to tell.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie just didn't have anything to it that really pulled me in outside of the sound and the certain scenes. But there's nothing about this movie that like I said earlier, like the best way to describe this movie is just go watch it.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing I would really hype about this movie that would be like anything different like there's no specific thing I would say like, oh, this movie's so good. Like, so for me, it's a 2. There's just nothing about it that gets it to the threshold. It was a worse movie than the movie that set my baseline. The story it was based on, I liked more and I'm interested more and care more about. The movie was worse. It's a 2.
I think, or I guess let me ask this. Do you think having the pre-notion of what this was about and maybe a little bit of hype from us of like, hey, it's got these people in it, it is a war movie, do you think it was about a 0.5 point worth, or do you think potentially, do you think it affected it at all?
It wasn't really you guys. It was more so like just we always, when the wheel picks, we pull up the movie and the cast. And I knew this was war. I had no idea what Spotlight was really about. And I still went in blind on both,
You're right.
It just, if it's going to be, I think based on a true stories, I've said it many times. I said it today. It's a very unique category because you have to care about the story or be interested in it, or it has to be a really good movie, or both, or neither, and then it's very bad.
I think what going to a new, I'm like refiguring my letterbox, like how I grade things, and we're still early in the process of like, what's what. To your point of like the story deserves more and the movie just didn't meet up to it, I think I'd give the story a 4. Just like this in itself, not a movie. Like Dunkirk itself, the evacuation gets about a 4. But
might be a 5.
Right. But the movie itself brings it back down to a 3 because it's just like, it's hard to depict it.
And it might not be a movie that should have been. It's a movie that might have been made because of how great of a story it was, but it's a movie that maybe we didn't like. We didn't need it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying like this. Like, I'm not trying to take away from the story of Dunkirk, but like that story is very cool. It's great to tell. Like, it's an unbelievable accomplishment. It's not a good movie plot.
It deserves to be in a like 4-piece to 8-piece series of like how we get here, and then what happens after. I think that's where it's like,
if this movie had any sort of how we got here, the whole thing could change. Like you guys were talking about.
I think a series, like I'm saying, a series like a 6-part, 1-hour episode series where this story itself of like getting out has this piece, like that episode gets weighted a lot more because what goes into it.
Yeah. I mean,
totally don't think your score's too low. I think from your point of view and what you've said, I have no problems with you rating it too. Obviously, it's your opinion, but.
And they threw the kitchen sink at it. That's what I mean. Like, they gave it the best effort you could to make this story like a movie viewable experience.
Mm-hmm.
And it just fell short for me, like in terms of watching a movie.
Yeah.
It wasn't that it didn't just grip you. It didn't grab you by the cojones and pull you in. Like it's a good depiction of a very cool, very unique story of World War II.
And unless we forget, a 2, as much as I gave the artist a 2 does not mean it's a horrible movie.
Yeah.
Like it's really bad. It's just not, it's not getting you, like you're saying, it's not grabbing you. It's not like locked in. You're not going, oh my god, you need to see this movie.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that gets above the average, which 2.5 is the average. That gets
Yeah.
above the average. So
I feel like the background of this film and behind the scenes of this film are actually more interesting than the film itself. Not to a large degree, but like I'm reading on here on Wikipedia for development, and it's like the story is told from 3 perspectives: land, 1 week; sea, 1 day; and air, 1 hour. So everything that happens on land, that was over the span of a week. Everything that happens on the sea was 1 day. And then everything we see in the air is equivalent to 1 hour. Like, to me, the way that he structured this film and went about filming the film, even writing it, like, that is almost more interesting to me than, like, watching this film.
That's something I didn't talk about. Sorry, Trav.
oh,
Like,
you're good.
you knew all these things in the scenes that they would cut between the main people of the air, the land, and the sea, like what you just described, were happening at the same time. But when the second pilot went down with Tom Hardy, and then 20 minutes later, the boat shows watching the plane go down, that's when the first time I clicked of like, I know they're happening at the same time, but I didn't know we were jumping times. Like, I didn't know we were going back in time for the boat, and I didn't know that was a really cool part we didn't talk about, but I had it written down of their simultaneous timelines. But when they showed the fact that had happened 20 minutes in the movie before, and then they get to the boat later, and they're watching them go down, and like, you just assumed that guy's, you knew he was alive from Tom's thing, but like, and then it goes back in time to the boat. That was a cool aspect of it too. So I agree with what you're saying, Geese. Like, the way they did, again, they threw everything. They gave you arguably the best director.
Yeah.
They gave you top tier talent and acting. They gave you top tier talent and sound. It just isn't a great movie plot.
To give you the not so common SpongeBob reference that should be more common, it's almost like when SpongeBob's got to write that essay and he's going to town and he's, what's one of these? What's one of these? And it just comes up and it's just but it's all like, like I have no doubts that Christopher Nolan just hammered it and worked his ass off and put everything into this movie, just like he does everything else. But there's not enough to it to give you the 4, give you the 4.5 that he often gives,
Yeah. Crit, what do you got?
I guess what if Saving Private Ryan wasn't a thing? What if that was never a thing? Like, I don't know. It's like, I love this movie, but I'm also in the same ballpark as you and Trav. It's just like, it was a little late to the party. Like, what if we never had all of these great World War II movies? And then this came out. Like, we've been spoiled with World War II movies.
True. I think
I'm still giving it like a 3, but at the same time, it's like,
like, they're going to continue to find stories to make movies about from past wars.
But what if this came out first before Private Ryan, or I don't know. I still think it's a 3, I don't know.
I
think it's kind of like being so late to the party. It's just,
I think it's later because I don't think the story is like as appealing to filmmakers to make the movie. Or maybe like that people knew this happened. It just wasn't as appealing to make a movie about. I don't know. Maybe that's my
right.
Opinion,
yeah, I don't know. It's just D-Day is always going to be the penultimate movie maker. But
it's hard. I don't think I would weigh those
that
together. I would try to separate it as much as possible because I see your point.
So you giving it a 3, Crit?
I think I'm going to give it a 3.
It puts us at a 2.8.
Round
So
up to a
3.
3.
So 3, yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair for this one.
It's fair because it's the one I gave.
Yeah. Should be 2.
What a switch up too.
loved it,
What a
but-
cool series. We go from Cars to Dunkirk. That is
I know that's
why.
that's why I like these topics for series, is because it's just so different. It could be so different. It could be the same, but it could be so different. But yeah, I mean, from Cars to Dunkirk, you know, like based on a true like one of the most serious things you can watch, to Kachow,
Right.
and Cars, you know, and Radiator Springs. So I love the series. I think these series continue to build to give us ideas. The Would You Rathers, I know we didn't do one in the last couple of weeks. We've had a lot to talk about, but those things give us ideas of how we can continue to not just, I mean, the holiday series are always going to be the same. Like, you're going to have those are going to be, there are
You
some
got a
nuances.
billion movies for those too. So
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like those aren't going anywhere. And there are different genres within those, but it's still based on that. But like the months where we don't have that to get creative with ideas like this, it's fun. It's like you can just, and then ranking them, you know, like it's like we just talked about the Oscars or the Best Pictures past. Those are totally different movies, and ranking them is clearly across the board. These are going to be the same. Like, they're not similar. They have nothing to do with one another. It's not really comparable. It's like personal vibe, and we'll figure out what the list stands at the end of 4. So that's 2 in. Movies with one word titles. Moving into the wheel for episode 3. Don't know what I'm going to predict today. I wonder
got a lot of grease.
if we that's what I was for last week, and then
Grease.
at the gym with the the hair product in. We got a little grease lightning going up top right here.
Look it back.
Don't know if I'm gonna run it back or not. Here's a question, and this is not anything against Luke. Luke is our guaranteed guest over either the next 2 episodes or the next couple series. He's got a little bit to figure it out. If it lands on Parasite, do we grab my brother and bring him on after what he said?
Yeah.
He has talked about this movie
because you know what? Guess what? It's our podcast.
Yeah,
I was gonna say the same
we
shit.
can do whatever we want.
I would love Fury. Not to jump anybody who wanted to say what movie they want. I want Fury just to compare the war movies. I think that'd be a great contrast to bring in.
Geese, you want to go down or up based on my screen?
Down.
All right, you're up next.
I'm gonna go Snatch because it's outside of the other 2 movies we've watched.
Crit.
Give me Titanic.
Titanic kind of ties in a little bit to this one. I was also taking your approach, Geese, and I was going to pick. Where did it go?
Kinda.
No, I can't find it. Joker. Something different. Joker. Something a little different than what we've watched. Joker would fit that mold.
I have not seen that either, so that would be cool.
So Joker, Snatch, Fury,
Titanic.
and Titanic. All right. Episode 3, up to the wheel. Here we go. Oh, we got the long spin here. I don't even see my movie.
I didn't realize I turned on slow last week.
My movie's got
Come on, baby.
Get to us. Get to us.
Get
I
to
want
us.
us.
Sit.
Get to us.
Sit.
Got it.
Oh! I haven't seen this either.
Yes.
Okay.
I see it. Oh, man.
Oh, Brendan ruined it.
Nope. You haven't
My
seen it.
expectations are heightened now.
But
No,
we're not-
I know it's a good movie. I know it's a good movie.
Do you,
so.
do you know what
I
it's
didn't even
about?
say anything about the movie. I just was pumped about
Yeah,
it.
I know.
Okay.
I know a little bit. I know enough to. I'm not going to be surprised by what I watch.
We'll just say this. We'll just do this.
But I have to watch this by myself.
Who has watched it before?
You two.
Geese has not seen it. Trav has seen it.
I don't think I have. Not fully.
Probably watched it 6 times. Yeah, I won't say anything about the movie. Excited. It is. I will tell you, it is different than the other two, which is good. We're going to be throwing a new genre, I guess, is the way you describe it, into the 3 movies based on movies with one word titles. But we will be heading into the movie Us, a 2019 horror mystery, 2 hours 1 minute on Hulu. This is a Jordan Peele movie. He's only had 3. People thought him was him. Him was not Jordan Peele. He was a part of the production company. That was not his movie, and I don't think it did very well. So his movies have, I think, tended to do pretty well. So getting into a horror mystery with Us, I am excited. I do enjoy this movie. Interested to see what the thoughts are out there about it.
Still no Parasite.
Yes,
Not Parasite. Parasite might be
Keep throwing it on there. Us was also a
Crit, should I
3-time
make
wheel
a
visitor.
if I made a wheel graphic, would we be able to overlay it for like colors or anything, or no? Like if I made one where one of the slivers was gold and had Parasite on it, like I guess it's all internal to that, so
I don't think so. Yeah, it'd be like an
update their
internal
software.
I don't think. Yeah. Well, the wheel's the wheel. It's not hard. It's literally, you put in some names. We give you 2, 3, 4, 5 colors. You spin it.
The wheel is, in fact, the wheel. The standard is the standard, and the price is the price. All facts. Good episode. I don't know. Interesting. Very different. Not much movie talk, but again, watch the movie. Watch Dunkirk. Let us know what you think. I don't think there's much. You got to deep dive the story in order to talk about the movie, and I think that's kind of what you get. Go into it with 0 expectations, I guess is what I would recommend. But Dunkirk cards in the books. Moving on to Us next week. Excited for the pod. I know I've got a Scream Unseen coming up Monday. Geese, are you going to that one?
Sure.
The past out there. Scream Unseen.
We'll see.
Scream Unseen Monday. I will guarantee one other something. If it's another movie in theaters or something else at home, there's another thing at home on the docket. Won't bring it up, but excited to talk about it in the podcast because I think I will watch it before I get here next week. But we'll have Scream Unseen for you. Talk about things that might be in theaters coming up here. Might have another movie in theaters. Might have something to watch at home. But certainly get on Hulu and watch Us with us and let us know what you think. So episode 3 coming up next week for movies with one word titles. Watch Us on Hulu. Get out to a Scream Unseen. Get out and watch Reminders of Him, Hoppers. A lot of good movies. I mean, Project Hail Mary is doing.
Yep. I might go see that this weekend. I keep seeing reports it's doing numbies, but I haven't looked at any reviews or anything like that yet to actually know what's coming.
Don't. If you're gonna go.
No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't anyway. I'm just saying, it's like everything I see of it is just a bunch of pages posting about it. Like, okay, that means absolutely nothing.
Trailer doesn't intrigue me. I've seen images from the movie. Looks awesome, like in terms of just
I think it's going to be a good space movie. Not sure on anything else.
I don't know if I'm sold on the plot, but we'll see. And I hot take. Not the biggest Ryan Gosling guy.
That is a hot take.
Not
that is a hot take.
Not the biggest. Hey, what should I like him for?
Himself.
What movie? Guy. You don't know.
Ryan Gosling. See, I always get him confused with hang on.
Gray Man. Is Ryan Gosling Gray Man? I feel like he is.
All right, we got
underrated movie.
Fall Guy is the newest one he came out with. He's
Never
pretty
saw
good
it.
in.
Have you
what
seen
was-
Gray Man,
nice,
Brendan?
The Nice Guys. The Nice
I thought
Guys.
Gray Man was Hugh Jackman.
No.
Isn't that the Wolf movie?
Gray Man is Ryan Gosling. You need to see that; it'll change your opinion.
I know he's the Notebook. I know he's in. Isn't he in Barbie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
he's way more than that, though.
good.
He's way more
good.
than that. From the capacity that you know Ryan Gosling, I understand your point of view. You just need more Ryan Gosling to change it.
You've seen Nice Guys, haven't you?
It sounds familiar. I don't know.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Give that a watch.
Go out and see Project Hail Mary. Ryan Gosling rocks. He's the best. I love him. He's the best actor that's ever stood on planet Earth. The plot looks like shit, but it's doing numbers. We'll find out. Space movies are fun. We did a whole series on them. Probably not better than Killer Clowns from Outer Space, but
No.
it is a
Hard to
space
beat.
movie, the newest
Hard to
space
beat.
movie we've got. So get your asses in seats. Get into an AMC. Get your ass on a couch to watch the movie Us with Us. And don't forget, guys, wanted to wish you a happy National Film Score Day, happy National Walk to Work Day, National Find a Rainbow Day, and National Fish Fingers and Custard Day. Find yourself some fish and chips and maybe a little custard on the side. And after that, go watch the movie, grab some popcorn. Don't forget your extra butter. We'll catch you on the next one.
Extra butter on the corn for me. Extra butter. I hope they don't charge a fee. But it won't matter anyway. I got a good movie to play. I'm gonna ask my friends to stay extra butter for me.